Hey community, Darrow here. Hope you are all doing well. I wanted to make a little offering today because it's my birthday and there's a ritual on birthdays, and that is gift giving. So this is my gift. This is a seed, an idea encapsulated into a seed to grow out and mycolonize within your mind if you so choose to take it, to grow in your heart, to evolve into a beautiful manifestation of your own. And it's not something new, it's just rekindled with some new awareness. This is an old concept of duality that we all know, and yet I wanted to bring some awareness from a level, because something I've become growingly aware of is certain concepts in our world, we have only a singularity around them and we're missing half of the story. One of those concepts is evolution, and so I want to really just break down the shadow and the issue with just this concept of evolution, and where we're going and where we may find ourselves wanting to go instead. So evolution, as you know, has been this expansion, this growth, this awareness building that is a beautiful thing in our world. It's created this world we know. At the same time, as we've expanded both spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, and grown out our technology and our communication, we've also created some disconnect, some dissonance, some disassociation with our world. We often see ourselves as outside of the petri dish, and a lot of our science and a lot of our ideas circulating, especially this year, but in general have been for decades, are having us as an observer in understanding and rationalizing from an awareness place how things are. That is never ever and never ever will be how things really are. So something in this story is not true, but it's exactly the way things are. Anyway, there's an opposite to this evolution concept, and I think of evolution as a yang expression. It's a masculine archetype. It's an expansion, right? This has been ruling and navigating human consciousness for a long time now, and we're coming back into the fold, into harmony. We're disconnecting from just a straight masculine archetype and really embracing this feminine, this open vessel, this nurturing, this inward movement of direction as a culture, as a species, as we form transparency, as we form integrity and social, we're basically socially becoming more emotionally intelligent and aware, at least for the most part. A lot of us are also tuning out because it's overwhelming. But taking us back to our story, evolution is a yang expression. And as we grow forward, and we've learned with our evolution and our science and our spiritual awareness, we've seen the silver lining behind the curtain. And that is, this is only half of the expression, right? This is the inward breath. Now, we always have to take an outward breath. There's a death process, there's a full cycle. There is a yin to that yang. And how I would share this is, it's actually the opposite of evolution, is this. This is the gift. This is the awareness point. It's involution. We are involved and intrinsically woven into the fabric of everything in this world. Many of our old world diagnostic tools show this, the patterns, the recognition of self-similarity, the fractalness of our natural world. But beyond this, there's also the entanglement, interspecies dependency, the ecosystem, biodiversity, symbiosis, all these things we're becoming much, much clearer and more understanding of. So I want to just invite you to look at this concept of involution as being as, if not more potent in these times than our evolution. We need to entangle. We need to come back into reconnection. There's a big dissonance right now. I've been off social media for the last almost a month because of it creating some toxic feelings and energy in my body, a disconnection, a disharmony from my head to my physical body. And this isn't just me, I know a lot of you are feeling this too. And so I needed to take a break to just kind of go inside and remember who I am and why I am. And it really is something that I found to be hygienic for my spiritual self to really grow that. So I want to invite you to do that. I usually do this every single year in the winter. I take a break. I probably will take another longer break because I really enjoyed this last 3-4 weeks that I've been offline. And what I want to do, though, is invite you to how we can use involution as a tool, how we can grow or let go of what we've grown and reconnect. So first off, I want to use an example. The poster child of involution, by the way, is lichen. Lichen is one of the oldest sort of subspecies symbiosis connections on our planet. It is the combination of a fungal, and a algae, and sometimes a photosynthesizing bacteria. Really what's happened is that in order for them both to survive, they had to entangle. And now they're so interdependent that they are considered one species, but really this symbiosis of multiple species, each one having its own awareness, its own genetic code, but living in entanglement in order to survive. The reason they're the poster child is because they're the easiest one for us to kind of see and associate with, plus they're one of the oldest symbioses on the planet, one of the oldest entanglements of this involution, this interconnection, this invitation to cohabitate, to work together, to come back into harmony through each other. And so what we see with the lichen is that they cover far more of our planet than forests do. They've been around for far longer than almost any other species, and they've been eating the rock and breaking down the nutrition of our planet to make it bioavailable, to create the rest of life. We know that fungi do this, we know that bacteria help support this, but this idea of this entanglement is really why this is such a good example. Something for us to look at is our new world sciences have really started to show us a lot more about the unseen world. Obviously this year there's a big focus on virology and the virome and looking at what's going on with a virus. But one of the challenges with our evolved minds is we're attacking this concept and we're considering this to be the enemy. This is not, this is a symptom. And this is just my mind speaking here, and you can disagree, and I'm very happy for you to find your own answers and to go inside to look for your truth. But in my perspective, this is a symptom of a much bigger disconnection, of a much more toxic situation, of out of balance, out of harmony with our world that we are in right now. And there's an invitation to go inward to find these answers instead of expanding so far outward. Now, both are valuable, both are useful. In fact, we need them all to create the circle, but there's something missing in a lot of this conversation, a lot of this equation, and that is an appreciation of that deeper entanglement, that deeper relationship between us and the world around us. And so that's my invitation. That's the seed I want to grow out as my birthday wish, is to really just remind us that we've been evolving for a long time. And it's time right now to go involving, to become more connected. So pick up the phone, your lost friends, connect with your fellow people in a real physical way if you can, obviously being safe, but connect in that way. There's a lot of dissonance and disconnection through our online platforms. So how can we grow that? And then also, how can we reconnect with ourselves and find those answers we need? Obviously, things like meditation, forest bathing, walking, singing, journaling, there's so many tools. Those are just tools though. What's important is that we create a cadence, we create a rhythm, we create a value to this in our lives, and that's doing it consistently. So find whatever it is that works for you to involve, to create some involution in your life. To bring that back, to bring our bodies back into harmony is going to require this. We know that this world is the most precious place in the universe. Like, we have this wonderful planet, and we're slowly, if not rapidly, killing it quite quickly with our evolution. So re-involve. Biodiversity and interconnection is the only thing that will save this planet. It's not our technology. Yes, our technology can bring awareness to this and help us measure that, but until we can create complex stability by involving and recalibrating the interconnection and appreciating that, we're not going anywhere fast. Anyway, okay. Many blessings, my friends. I hope you're having just a wonderful day, and I just wanted to invite you to this thought. And thank you so much for joining me. May the forest be with you. May the plains, may the birds, may the snakes, may the insects, may all of nature be part of your invitation back into self-reflection, self-connection, creativity, imagination, and that world of the unseen that is so important to hold in reverence. Okay. See you next time.